as we are now.
Yes.
So well, the whole point is that we got to be careful because they're engineering a social structure to change to a global system. They need to point the finger at America to say, look what happens when you give people liberty. You need this UN. You need us to be your council. You know, maybe they'll even come up with a new council beyond the UN because everybody hates them. And we'll start seeing more councils gathering in the Pyramid of Peace in Kazakhstan, you know.
Yeah.
This will be, but the whole thing is to point the finger at America so that they can then engineer and say that. But yes, I totally agree that Haiti is a perfect spot for all of these type of metals. And I've been saying this all along. Why are we collecting gold? You know, people like to say, oh, it's this rare metal that we all just agree upon as our monetary structure. BS. I'm sorry. We have been collecting gold since Yahweh told us to, and probably beyond. And it is for a purpose, and it's not to store inside a mountain vault so that we can have some form of currency. Yeah. That's a lie, and we've all been misled.
So I guess what we can say in closing for the first segment of Freeman is the show, if you will, is about to begin. Freeman, stay with us. We'll take a short break and continue talking more about this in our member section if you're up for that. But please, again here, give us your website and mention a few of the DVDs that you have available on your site as well.
Absolutely. FreemanTV.com is the website, and you will find that I have a 5-disc or 5 DVD set going for $99.95. I recommend getting the whole set. You can purchase them individually. It works out to be about $10 more. But if you get all 5 of them, you get the whole picture, because the first film I cover Illuminati corporate logos, their occult meanings, the goddess Columbia and her extraterrestrial connections, chemtrails, HARP, and even synchronicity in the path out of this mess. That's all in the first DVD, 3 hours long. The second one gets into Codex Magica with Tex Mars, and it covers all the hand signs and gestures you can see of the global elite, and therefore their signs of allegiance and connections. And I guarantee we'll throw in a couple of surprises in there for you. Third, I have Return of the Nephilim, which is getting into all of the ancient astronaut studies. I'm showing you clips from ancient films, or not that ancient, but from films in the past that have been documentaries on this subject, and kind of breaking them up to show you the concepts that were presented to you. On top of that, I interview Michael Tsarian, I interview, I think it was Giorgio Tsoukalos, a whole list of Aurelian, the Aurelian movement, and that's all included. That's a 5-hour 2-disc set. And then, of course, Anna Nicole Brittany and Mind Control, which you really need to get to understand the whole Hollywood spectrum of how they are manipulating us and even using witchcraft to manipulate us in high-profile rituals and things like Video Music Awards. And then finally now, my latest, Obama Cloning and the Coming Space War, which also includes 10 hours of Radio Freeman, which also includes the interview that you and I did, Henrik, on this topic, plus 8 more hours on that, and a film lecture that I did on this whole thing. And I really got that one out on a jump because I want to make a new one on this whole thing. But I wanted to mark the time. I wanted to make sure everyone knew that we were aware of this whole Obama, Akhenaten, Apophis connection way back, you know, so that as it becomes more popularized, people can see how this was manipulated.
All right, there you have it, FreemanTV.com. Go there and get the whole Freeman's perspective, as it were. Thanks, Freeman. Stay with us, and we'll be back after this. All right, that's our first hour with Freeman. You do not want to miss hour 2 as we proceed down the rabbit hole with Freeman and continue to discuss the latest developments and his research. We talk about quarantine, or the Syrians and or the Alpha-Draconis trying to break out of the barrier that seems to have been put around the Earth with the technology that they are building. We talk about the blue stuff that keeps on coming up everywhere, the blue book or the Urantia book, basically about the chronology of Earth. It has some strange origins, this book, and has some really interesting information contained in it. We talk about some of that information, where it came from, and so forth. We discuss the transferring of the soul into a robot body or a genetically engineered body, possibly even on other planets. We talk about the Avatar theme that comes up and connects with this, and the blue people, the Na'vi, and the Tarot connection. We also discuss the creation of Robo Sapiens, the hijacking of kids or children, and mind control. We talk about CERN and the new computer grid that they are building there. Blue Brain, Blue Gene, Kabbalism, AI, the secret destiny of America, and going after the guilty idea. We talk about the 9/11 truth movement and how important it is to use your own mind and heart and to break away from the programming and mind control techniques that the guiding forces constantly are trying to subject us to. Many people fall into it, but there's always an alternative. So don't miss the superb second hour coming up for Red Ice members with Freeman. More information on our website, redicecreations.com, on how to listen, download, and become a member. Also, a few other things that I do want to mention. Don't forget that you can now comment on each individual new radio program that we put up on the website. Just look at the bottom and you'll find the comment field right there. Also, don't miss the upcoming ARC convention in Bath in the UK, February 20th to the 21st. We do want to see you there. There's a number of speakers coming, and I myself will do my first talk there on the hidden or occult roots of the European Union, the background story, the symbolism, and the corrupt foundation that it's built on, and basically what the destiny of the role rather of the EU is. Just check for the ARC convention link from our front page. There you'll find more information about tickets, about location, time, and so forth. Thank you for joining us. More coming up now with Freeman after this break.